morning, everyone. I'm joined that I found that to come from my friend Aaron. So thank you all for joining us. Hello, and welcome to our awesome lunch at home live feed. I'm Nicole, and I'm your host for this exciting event. And I hope that all of you have some good issues to munch on as you watch this, maybe something to get your whistle. And to raise a glass in this 50th anniversary celebration with toast to us. Now, of course, the party is the fun part, but this is more than just that. More than 30 teams of awesome champions have been fundraising in support of. Oh, now my sound's not working. Let's try that again. In the meantime, I'll just occasionally post some things that I know that we know sound like my sound working. And if you can hear me, go ahead and put the information in the chat. You do have a chat that's going to be available throughout the broadcast. Yes, I sound robotic is what I heard. Yeah. Which is not the way that I normally sound. If anybody does why does he sound like a robot? Normally that's not the case. You can with yourself, don't worry. If you have to go and pause for a second and log back out and just go do that.
Right now, Zephyr, our fantastic community engagement manager, is working on everything in the background because technology is not always our friend. Oh, are we good now? What I need is everybody out there who's watching right now. If you're watching on our Cosvox site, then you can make your donations there. I'll remind you of that in a little bit. But if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you are welcome to go ahead and put some conversation in the chat. We'll come to you on occasion. And so it does sound like we are okay as far as the sound goes. So I'm going to flip the script, rewind, and start over. So, everybody, thank you again for joining us for our virtual first inaugural event. So, if you wonder why we're having some growing pains, like so many out there, at least I'm not on mute, like we've all learned from our Zoom meetings. So, hello, and welcome to our A Toast to Awesome Brunch at Home event. If you wonder who I am Miss Shannon, your toastess for this exciting event, and I hope that you have some tasty treats to munch on as you watch, and maybe a little something to wet your whistle. I've already needed to have 2 or 3 sips of mine. And we encourage you to help us raise a glass in this 50th anniversary celebration, this toast to awesome. Now, of course, the party is the fun part, but the event is more than that. Now, more than 30 teams of awesome champions have been fundraising for the past 6 weeks, and more than 210 donors have pushed us to about 84% of our fundraising goal. Now, I think that we could easily reach that 25,000 goal this morning because I know each and every one of you out there viewing this right now is incredibly generous. So I know you have it in you. Now, donating is incredibly easy. If you're watching this on Cosvox right now, as I said, you'll see that donate button directly on your screen. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to pop over to the Cosvox site to make your donation. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, I want to remind you that you can comment in the chat as you show your support of Awesome, and you can let us know how you're enjoying our Toast to Awesome virtual event. So let's go ahead and try and get started, move on a little bit farther in this. So as we move on, I would like to start by introducing to you Ellie Wilson, Awesome's amazing executive director.
Hi, I'm so pleased to welcome you to A Toast to Awesome this morning. Though I'd rather be welcoming you in person, it's pretty great that technology allows us to come together for some entertainment and some fun. These months have brought us new vocabulary words. COVID, unprecedented, masking, social distancing, you're on mute. Words and phrases that have been exhausted and have left us all feeling pandemiced out. But this morning, I want to share with you some different words. Words that mean a great deal to the Autism Society of Minnesota and the community we serve. Advocacy, education, support, collaboration, and community building. For 50 years here at AuSM, our mission has been to enhance the lives of people affected by autism in Minnesota. And these words ignite our mission into action. We advocate for legislation and policies that lead to improved services, increased opportunities, and greater self-determination for autistic people. We educate and inform individuals, families, professionals, and the broader community about autism and effective strategies for support and inclusion. We support individuals through high-quality programs, counseling services, and resource information. We collaborate with organizations and individual people who share our commitment to enhancing the lives of autistic people. And finally, we build community by providing a welcoming and accessible environment for autistic people to connect and to form their own social and professional bonds. I've seen the urgent need for our services every day at AuSM. I've seen it in a family who has a newly diagnosed child and isn't sure where to turn. They find direction and resources through our information hotline and our online resource directory. I've seen autistic adults who struggle to fit in at work or in social circles, and here they find acceptance and appreciation for the friends and colleagues they make in our Adults with Autism support groups. I've seen teens who have never felt welcome participating in community activities, who have amazing experiences at our camps where they make friends, try new things, and are embraced for exactly who they are. I've seen providers participate in our classes like our Autism Direct Support certification program and apply strategies that they learn to better support their clients. The programs and services AuSM provides are necessary, and our work changes the lives of the people we serve, building knowledge, enhancing quality of life, and fostering inclusion that benefit all of us. We can't do this work without you, our supporters. As an organization that doesn't receive ongoing state funding, we rely on our participants, our partners, and our donors to help us sustain and grow our support for autistic people in Minnesota. Every dollar we receive fuels our mission, increasing advocacy, education, support, collaboration, and community building. I invite you to be a champion of this mission, to say yes to supporting the 1 in 44 with autism here in Minnesota. So I proudly raise my glass in celebration of AuSM's 50th anniversary. And in a toast this morning, cheers to you, our community, our hardworking staff, our board members, our volunteers, our donors, our individuals with autism, our families, our educators, our mental health providers, our direct support professionals, and to all of you watching. You are an amazing community. You lift us up. You inspire us to keep moving forward. And for you, I have 2 heartfelt words. Thank you.
Yes, thank you to everyone who's watching right now. Thank you so much to Ellie for sharing that. And thank you to our people who have already sounded off in the chat during our broadcast today. So thank you to Sydney for letting us know that we're up and running. To our team, the Kellys, who are also watching right now. We couldn't do all of this without you. And of course, thank you again to Ellie for sharing that. And I just want to remind everybody that the programs and services that AuSM provides for our local autism community are so important. Now, they foster appreciation and involvement, and that's all something that we want. We all want to feel included, don't we? So I appreciate being here this morning. If you don't know, I have been proud to be a member of the Autism Society of Minnesota for a number of years. I'm also on their board of directors. And if you know me, you probably also know my kiddo, who I affectionately refer to by his superhero name, Cyclone Kid. Now, he is currently brunching upstairs with his auntie because he thinks most of mom's friends are incredibly boring. But I remember when we started our autism adventure when he was about 4 years old. And as I look back, as we were first navigating the roads during this whole autism diagnosis and being able to find the resources was something that we counted on the Autism Society for. Being able to count on them to help us tap into those resources, to find the things that he needs to thrive. Now, Cyclone Kid is going to turn 13 next week. So living with a tween has definitely been a challenge. And I appreciate all of the programs and support groups that AuSM has, and all we've done to help our autism community. We've helped them find connection. We've helped them, give them something that is so important right now, feeling that sense of community. And the way that the Autism Society stands up each and every day to advocate for our community should definitely be championed and acknowledged. So I promise you, AuSM does much needed and wonderful work, both for individuals and families here in Minnesota. So no matter what amount you are able to donate, it all makes a difference in someone's life. So please donate, courtesy of the donate button on the event site if you're on it right now, or you can visit www.ausm.org to donate whenever you are able. All right, and now I am so excited to bring a little sunshine into this snowy morning. Now, John Robinson, or Dr. Sunshine, is the owner and operator of Sunshine Consulting, which specializes in virtual cocktail classes and bartender training. Now, he worked in the Twin Cities restaurant industry for more than 25 years and has trained bartenders for the last 15 years. Dr. Sunshine has been featured in magazines and on television and is working on a book about lifestyle and bartending. So let's see what he's shaken up for AuSM this morning. Hey everyone, I am Miss Shannon, and so we appreciate you joining us for a Toast to AuSM, our first virtual brunch at home fundraiser. So you get to be get that back up for you in a second. It's always something that we have to do, but sunshine is definitely something that we all need in our life. So sure we get that back up. Hey everyone, I am Miss Shannon, and so we appreciate you joining us for a Toast to AuSM, our first virtual brunch at home fundraiser. So you get to be an inaugural guest, Dr. Sunshine here from Sunshine Consulting, and I have a lot of envy already, is what I feel like. And you said that this is just like your mini setup. So what do you do with Sunshine Consulting other than make people like me that love a good cocktail jealous?
Yeah, so basically what Sunshine Consulting is it's right now what we're doing, because a lot of the restaurants are closed, we're just doing virtual cocktail classes. And so people can, sign in on a Zoom call from their computers at home. And then I teach you how to make different cocktails from whatever you have at home. Because sometimes people have like a fancy shaker tin,
Right.
but sometimes they don't.
Right.
And so we're here to tell you that you can use a jelly jar, you can use jelly, you can buy bottled juice. You don't have to use fresh juice. All of these things can go into making like a great cocktail at home. You don't have to worry about driving. You don't have to worry about distancing. And you can also interact with other people, because people are logging in from different parts of the world, actually. Right. And so they're finding that, we can make a cocktail and we can talk together. And it's kind of like going out.
I love that. And Dr. Sunshine, I appreciate that you can use all of these things you find at home, because even those of us that are fans of like a fancy cocktail, we're not professionals like you, so we're not going to do it every day. So sometimes I'm going, well, I'm only going to do it once a month. Do I really need all the things? So it's good to go, no, maybe you have something in your house that already would work for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the biggest example I give is an old jelly jar.
Right.
When you're shaking a cocktail, all you're doing is changing texture, lowering temperature, and adding water. So you can shake in a jelly jar and it's fine, and you achieve all of those things that we achieve, us fancy bartenders.
Well, I don't want to steal all of your tricks, but I am just curious. So like when you are a young Dr. Sunshine and you're like, okay, when I grow up, what am I going to be? How do you end up being a mixologist?
Well, it's years of med school.
You're like, I could have been an alchemist, but instead I'm a mixologist. So, okay, yeah.
And I like to say, my wife is a toxicologist. I like to call myself an intoxicologist.
I like it. I like it.
But it's really growing up in restaurants, working with other amazing bartenders, other amazing chefs, and they'll just slowly teach you the tricks of the trade. Sometimes you'll go, chef, I just don't know what to pair with lime. And he'll say, have you tried this spice or this herb? And you're like, oh my God, mind blown. How would I make a syrup? And he's like, I do it in my sleep. Or she's like, I do it in my sleep.
Right.
And so you just kind of are constantly building that repertoire. And then also I'm a member of the United States Bartenders Guild, USBG, the Minneapolis chapter. And so when you get together and kind of see what the other bartenders are doing, it really, really helps you out.
The other thing that I really appreciate about what you do is that you do come to it from a position of bringing people and groups together and giving us that, from an anthropological standpoint, we're just looking for things to talk about. And this gives us a way that we have that conversation started, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's so awesome that you point that out, because that's kind of the history of spirits. Spirits is supposed to help stimulate conversation.
Gotcha.
So not only the imbibing of it, but the smells, the flavors, they bring back memory. Buttered popcorn that you get in rum might make you think about going to the theater as a child.
Right. So. I appreciate that. So we are going to go through a particular cocktail today. We do encourage everybody to drink responsibly out there. And if this isn't really your jam, we understand. That's totally fine. We're going to give you some advice on how to do it without the spirits as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, so Dr. Sunshine, what are we going to make today for all of our Toast with Awesome folks out there?
So today we're going to make, it's a Collins style drink. Which means
wait, pause, and what?
A Collins
style. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah. So like a Tom Collins /
yeah.
Okay.
Smart but mighty 75. Okay, I wanted to make sure I remembered the name.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna make, you said, a Collins style drink.
Yeah, it's a Collins style drink, and Collins style drinks have kind of 4 ingredients all the time, and that's spirit, sugar, citrus, and carbonation.
Okay.
Right, and so when we have those 4 ingredients, we can always make a great drink.
Wonderful.
So this is going to be called a small but mighty 75.
I like that. Okay, well done. Okay.
And so what this cocktail is, it's a riff on a cocktail called a French 75.
Okay.
And so a French 75 has gin, lemon, a little bit of sugar, and then some champagne.
Okay.
So this cocktail is really easy to make. It's very refreshing. You can make it low proof, or if you had a rough, morning, you can make it a little higher proof.
Right. Maybe if you're brunching a little later during the day too. I like it. It's adaptable. Okay, so Dr. Sunshine, we're going to do this in 2 varieties: the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic. So you're going to help me with the non-alcoholic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll use the things that might be easier found at home.
Yeah,
perfect.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Where do we start?
Well, I'm going to give you a jelly jar here.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to grab this fresh citrus. Now, you don't have to use fresh citrus. You can use just juice out of a lemon. I'm going to grab a knife and hopefully not hurt anybody.
I don't need the knife. I just need these 2 things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to start with some citrus. We like something bitter in all of our cocktails because that gives you something to balance with, right? And so I'm just going to do kind of half of the lemon, the juice of half of the lemon.
That's a lot of lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, how many cocktails will each of these serve? Like how many is that supposed to be?
So this is intended to make one cocktail.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you here's, we always like to measure our cocktails.
That's a good plan, because I was just going to dump it in there.
So we're just going to do a teaspoon of that. A teaspoon is going to be signified there by about 7 milliliters.
Okay.
And so
I'm glad you did the math for me, Dr. Sunshine. I'm an English major. Math is not my forte. Okay.
Now, if we're making a full cocktail, we want to do 3/4 of an ounce, or juice of half of a lemon. But since you're not adding any spirit into that, we're going to go a little bit lower.
So
on
right
the
in
lemon
here?
juice. Yep, we're just going to put that on there. And so I've got my, and if you're measuring a full cocktail, 3/4 of an ounce of the lemon juice or the juice of half of the lemon.
Okay.
And then now we're going to go to our sweet element. Now, a traditional French 75 has sugar or simple syrup, but guess what? We can do this with jelly.
I love it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So how about you can do yours with a little peach marmalade. I'll do mine with some strawberry jelly.
Just call me Lady Marmalade today and not Lady Lamadad. Okay, all right.
I got a bar spoon for you right there in front of you.
This one?
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
Yep, just one heaping bar spoon of that. So if you have like a teaspoon at home, yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great, right? I'm just going to pour
squeeze
that.
It right in there.
Squeeze it in there.
See, that's you're a professional, Dr. Sunshine. You can just go for the flow. So just put this in here?
Yeah, put that in there.
Okay.
Now we're going to add some, well, you're going to add
back
some.
In the water?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay.
I'm just going to add it.
I didn't know if I was going to ruin the alchemy or if I was supposed to clean it that way.
No.
All right.
Now we're going to add a little bit of ice into this.
Okay.
what you don't want to do, that's don't with a apostrophe T at the end.
Okay.
Is shake it with your carbonation in there.
Gotcha. Oh,
so, yeah. So if you got your soda water or your champagne.
Okay.
So now I'm going to do just an ounce of gin. With this recipe, an ounce is also 2 tablespoons. It's also 1/8 of a cup.
Okay.
It's also 30 milliliters.
Okay. So whatever variety of measuring thing you have at your house, you got it there. Okay. All right.
And then you can make this with 2 ounces. I like to have my French 75s or my small but mighty 75s. You know, we're also adding champagne, so let's, you know.
So it doesn't need that much of a kick. So maybe try with the lowest one. I'm going to tell everybody at home. Try it with the lowest one, and then work your way up after you become a 75 professional. That's what we're going to say. Okay. So we'll start
now we're going to put our lid on, and we're going to shake it.
Ready?
I like to shake things for about 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay. How long is that been?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't count in the morning either, so yeah.
You're like, shake it until you feel good. If you had a bad week, that's very soothing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. All right. Gotcha.
So I've got a little soda water here for you.
Gotcha.
Any kind of carbonation, remember, works. So if you have like flavored soda water, something like that, that'll work. Champagne. Now you could do your recipe except with champagne, and then you've got a nice, really low proof.
Perfect.
Ta-da!
Wonderful.
I didn't even realize that this was a twist-off bottle until I actually did it. So.
Well, I thought you were going to get a saber and do that thing. That's what I thought you were going to do.
That's for the next segment.
Okay. Next, our secondary segment, the Toast with Us.
Savoring. So now I'm just going to pour a little bit over the ice right now. And then I'm going to grab what's called a Hawthorne strainer.
Ooh.
And when you're straining, we like to say slinky down.
Okay.
All right, slinky down. Not like, no. Slinky down, right?
That kind of defeats the purpose.
And then we're just going to kind of pour it into, now look at how pretty that looks.
Oh.
Right?
That's a wonderful color even. I'm enjoying that.
We did that with jelly.
Wonderful. Okay, so how are we going to do that with our peach one?
Yeah, right.
What are we going to do?
Do you want to add more soda water to it, or you want an ice or a straw?
Give me a straw.
Give me a straw.
All right. What are we going to do here?
Yeah, and so keep it fun. Keep it fun. That's the key to drinking libations, is keeping it fun. If you're not having fun, what's kind of the purpose? So cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
I'm gonna make sure.
You gonna give it a shot? I like the straw.
Oh, that's amazing. So nice and balanced.
Oh, that's wonderful. With stuff I probably had around the house. So if you need to feel fancy, and quarantine is making you feel alone, make one of these, whether it has the champagne in it or not. You still feel a little bit more fancy. I like it. I like it. So what's the best way if people want to book a class with you, Dr. Sunshine? How are we going to do that for everybody out there?
So my website is sunshineconsultingmn.com. So like MN like Minnesota. And you can just go there, and there's always a tab at the top that says book now. So there are different types of classes. One class is called How to Make Every Cocktail in the World.
Oh, perfect.
And that's where we really show you. People are always surprised, like, how are you going to show me how to make every cocktail in the world? We go through different styles of cocktails. One of the styles we just talked about was a Collins, right? There's 4 other styles. If you think about like French cooking, there's mother recipes for sauces, like a bechamel or a hollandaise.
Ooh, I like that.
With cocktails, it's the same thing. So we kind of teach you that at Sunshine Consulting. We also have a Valentine. Oh, that's probably not going to be. This will probably air after Valentine's, right?
Correct.
So I'll cancel that. We also have a class about the history of the old fashioned. And then also we customize classes. Some people will call in, they'll say, hey, I run an advertising agency and we all like to drink vodka. Can you make me 3 vodka drinks? And so we'll do that.
Perfect. And I think it's great that you do have different classes based upon the holidays that are coming up. Right?
Yeah. So, you know, in the winter, we had a Christmas class and we had a holiday class. We called it Winter Essentials. For Valentine's Day, we had a Valentine's class. And so we're going to keep it seasonal.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you helping support our group over here at AuSM. We appreciate everybody that's watching right now. This is a great opportunity for you not only to get in touch with somebody else here in our Twin Cities community, but to learn more about what we do at the Autism Society in Minnesota and our autism community. So thank you for supporting us. Thanks everybody that's watching, and we have some more information on how you can continue support not only Sunshine Consulting, but the Autism Society of Minnesota throughout the rest of the show. So I'll give you another cheers.
Dr. Yeah, cheers.
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 Thanks so much.
Hi everyone, Amanda Wool here. I was asked to talk about why I love the Autism Society. I've been with AuSM for the past 6 years, and I've worked at Camp Hand in Hand, Camp Ohode, and Camp Discovery, and have also done the social skills classes on the town and on the town adventure for the past couple of years throughout the summers. I love AuSM just for the fact of how much they provide so many opportunities for individuals with autism to engage in the community, experience things that they might have not done before, or experience things that they love and enjoy to do with their peers, with their friends, and make those social connections with the community, and engage with the community and have fun. And that is why I love the opportunities provided by AuSM. So here's to AuSM. Thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Ben. I've been fortunate enough to be involved with the Autism Society of Minnesota, or more eloquently known as AuSM, for the past 8 or so years. My favorite aspect of the Autism Society is its ability to not only educate its direct members, but also to educate the broader community about autism and all of the services that are available and how to support individuals on the spectrum and make our world more inclusive and just a better place for everyone. I don't know where I'd be without the Autism Society of Minnesota.
Hi, my name is Anna. I started working with the AuSM summer camps back in 2016, and my experiences with the AuSM community have continued to be formative in both my career as a teacher in the classroom as well as my personal day-to-day interactions out in the world. And I think that's because the biggest thing that I have learned from this community is, and continue to reflect on, is the respect for authenticity, the respect and openness for people being their authentic selves. Something that can't be beat.
Hi, my name is Mike. I have been part of the AuSM community for the last 7 years or so. And in that time, I have developed an immense appreciation for the Autism Society of Minnesota and the ways that they continue to center and uplift the autistic perspective, using those experiences and that knowledge to drive their work forward, make Minnesota the best place for the autism community to be. Cheers, AuSM.
Yes, cheers, AuSM, and cheers to all of our community members for sharing their stories. And thank you to Dr. Sunshine. That was absolutely amazing. If you want to get the recipe for that Mighty 75, just make sure you go to Sunshine Consulting, and he'll be happy to hook you up. We appreciate all that. I also want to take a moment to shout out some of our most recent donations. So thank you to Juliet from St. Paul. You came in at $162. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you to Sarah from South St. Paul for your $54 donation. Thank you to Sydney of Minneapolis for that $27, just a little bit closer to getting our full donation amount that we wanted for today. Thank you to everybody that's out there. Thank you to everyone who donated so far before the broadcast as well, because I know that was over 200 people who donated in support of the work that AuSM does for our community before we even started today. So I'm definite and confident that we're going to get to that final dollar amount before the broadcast ends. Now, for every $50 that was donated through a Toast to AuSM, a donor received an entry for a prize drawing for the AuSM champion. And so here's what we're going to do is we're going to do some prize drawings right now. They're going to come up 3 times throughout the show. So our first one, here's what we're going to do is we're going to do our first prize drawing of the day. And things would be remiss if we did not have the appropriate sound effects. So I do have those for you as well. So what we're going to do with our first drawing, let's see, for our first prize drawing of the day, we have 2 that we are going to do. And the first one is, let's see. let me pull this up and make sure I read it right. It is a $50 gift certificate for Sunshine Consulting. We have 2 of those, so I'll do those in rapid succession. So our first 2 winners of this $50 gift certificate from Sunshine Consulting, let's see. Our first winner is Richard Seberg. Look how fancy we are. And our second winner, Barry Mason. Richard Seberg and Barry Mason each get to hang out with Dr. Sunshine. Trust me, I know from experience that was absolutely an amazing adventure. All right, let's see. Our next drawing for this first segue, our first segment in this morning, is we are going to give away a pair of Beats headphones as part of our moving and grooving package here. And so, okay, the winner of these Beats headphones, here we go. Jennifer Hessler. Jennifer Hessler, congratulations to you as well. You get those Beats headphones. And we have a lot more drawings coming up later this morning. But before we get to those, I'd like to introduce to you my pal, celebrity chef Justin Sutherland. Now, Justin is classically trained in French cuisine, but called on his Southern roots when he opened his first restaurant, Handsome Hog in St. Paul. Now, infusing his classical training with ingredients from the South, Justin elevates his pork-centric contemporary Southern dishes to the next level. Now, under the Sutherland brand, Justin operates multiple award-winning restaurants, including the Handsome Hog, Obichan Noodles and Chicken, Chickpea Hummus Bar, The Gnome, Woodfire Cantina, and Gray Duck Taggart. I had the greatest time hanging out with him. So let's join Justin at the Handsome Hog as he demonstrates his brisket hash recipe. Okay, for everybody at home, it's so good to have not only friends that are celebrities, but friends that are chefs. So I'm so excited to see you. Give me a little elbow, Justin. Justin Sutherland, who we know from the Handsome Hog, who we know from Top Chef. I extend everything that you do, and it was so good to see you in that competition. But I'm glad that you're home, man. I appreciate you being here.
It's good to be back.
So for everybody who's not completely aware of what you do, I mean, you are one of the premier restaurateurs here in the Twin Cities. And so, I mean, you really have been keeping busy, but we know how difficult everything has been going on during the pandemic. So how are you faring, just personally? Are you good?
You know, I mean, personally, I'm doing okay. I mean, you know, all things considered, it's definitely been a devastating year for our industry and just for our community in general. So, you know, definitely been struggles, but I'm hanging in there.
Well, speaking of the community, not only have you been doing a great job just being all of the things that create deliciousness here in the Twin Cities, you have been doing a lot in the community, and I appreciate all of the projects. I know you've been helping with our homeless situation, you've been helping with the food insecurity and things that have been going on here, and now you're kind enough to help the Autism Society of Minnesota today. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy. So what are we going to make here today?
Yeah, so today we're going to make our smoked brisket and sweet potato hash.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, here we go. First of all, I always like the fact that you put the names on things. Okay, for everybody at home, what are we putting in it so they can find their at-home version of it?
Absolutely.
Because you use words that are very celebrity chef words. Like, he's the one that called, you instead of saying chop up, he'll say things like masticated. Don't worry, I'll translate. Okay,
perfect,
so
perfect.
What do we need for everybody that's at home?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I try to keep this pretty basic, all stuff we can find in
Thank you.
Absolutely. So for our hollandaise, I mean, a very basic hollandaise recipe, just some clarified butter, eggs, a little lemon, hot sauce of your choice. That's a basic hollandaise. Everybody can make that. In our hash, we have some diced sweet potato that we've smoked. If you don't have a smoker at home, you can omit that step, or you can do a tabletop smoker, however you do it.
Okay. Can I cheat and put like that liquid smoke, like some liquid smoke in it?
I was just going to say that.
Thank you very much, because your lady has that. Yes. I have that. Okay, all right, good. All right.
Yes, so we have some diced up sweet potato. We have some diced up beef brisket. This can use any meat. If you like chicken, if you like pork, or you can leave the meat out. So whatever meat.
Okay, gotcha.
We've got a little, again, smoked celery, diced up onion, a little garlic, some sweet corn, and some butter.
Wow, see, this is fancy. Now, tell me, how do I describe this as I'm making this for my friends and my family so that they know how fancy I am? What do I tell them?
Shannon, I don't think this is that fancy. I mean, this is very homey. This is very basic. I mean, this is stuff that most people have around the house. I mean, we use the last night's brisket. We chop that up, throw it in, so any leftover meat, sweet potatoes, you can sub regular potato. This, just frozen corn.
Okay.
Pick up some celery.
See, that's the other thing about having a friend that's a celebrity, is that you make me fancy and you don't even know it's fancy. So go ahead, Justin. I'm ready.
All right. So step one, we're going to start with, we're going to make our hollandaise sauce.
Okay.
Come over right here, grab my whisk. So with that,
You make it look so easy.
I have made a lot of hollandaise in my life. This is the job you don't. It's like when you start at restaurants. This is the job you don't want when you're doing brunch.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
always the new guy.
So you're just going and going and
And we
going.
do this by the gallon. You know, you think of a busy lunch place.
Right.
So, I mean, you'll be sitting there for hours. Just, I mean, that's that's where those come from.
That's where the guns
Hollandaise.
come from. I like
So
it.
that's about the color that we want.
Okay.
Now we're gonna bring it over here.
Perfect.
Show you how to finish it. Another little trick is that when you're whisking on a tabletop, take a wet rag, make a little nest for it, set your bowl in,
Okay.
then it stays put.
Okay, I like that. Okay. All the tricks are just perfect for all of us home cooks that want to be more proficient. So I like that.
And I think that's all. I mean, that's all it is when you're talking about restaurants and cooking, you know, professionally. It's just being more efficient. It's just
Right.
cutting down steps because we need to do everything so much faster.
Right.
So here we have our clarified butter. You're gonna take, just start a couple drops. Then slowly emulsifying this butter into our egg.
So don't dump it all in at one time.
Nope.
Okay.
So you want to start with just a couple drops as you're getting that egg yolk to kind of absorb the butter. And the more butter you get in, the faster and faster you can start doing it.
Okay. One of the questions I always have for professional chefs, because you see this often if you watch all the documentaries on people who are professional chefs, do you still enjoy cooking at home?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I still, I mean, you know, we get into this because we like cooking.
Right.
And at home, it's a totally different pace. And,
Okay.
you know, at home, some music on, drink a glass of wine, take your time. You don't gotta impress anybody, you don't gotta be in a hurry. So no, I still like it. So you can see that's kind of the consistency that we're looking for.
Okay.
And at this point, I mean, that's your basis of any hollandaise.
Right.
You can flavor it from there anyway.
All right. So it all starts with just the butter and then the whisking of the eggs. Okay.
Yep, butter, egg yolks. Once you get to that consistency, we're gonna start adding a little lemon juice. We finish ours with a little, I always do a little bit of hot sauce.
Nice.
Classically Tabasco, we always use crybaby Craig's here. Because it's the best. Man,
Everybody else at home probably should measure. Like, this is what you can see the professionals do. Whenever I see somebody like me do that on television, it always goes wrong. So everybody else maybe like a teaspoon at a time. So you know what you're doing. Okay.
so we want to take some water, and we add a good amount of white vinegar to it.
Okay. Why?
So, the acidity, you can use vinegar, lemon juice, but anything that's high acid, and that's going to help the whites of the eggs coagulate immediately.
Oh,
That's what gets
okay.
that nice tight egg.
Okay.
Sometimes if you do it without water, you know, kind of you see the whites kind of swim throughout.
Exactly.
Another trick of the professionals, when you're poaching an egg, make a little vortex.
Okay.
Spin your water around with your spoon. Get it spinning like that. Watch this. Crack your egg in. You see how the water takes it, and it's bringing all the egg whites and tightening them around, and you get your nice little
It's like magic, Justin. I like it. Okay.
And while those poach, we are going to get started on our hash.
Now, how long does it normally take for an egg to poach appropriately?
About, in this conditions, about 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
We've got our pan here. Start with just a little bit of cooking oil. What we really want is butter flavor, but we always start with a little bit of oil because the oil raises the smoke point of the butter.
Okay.
So butter burns really fast, but if you add a little bit of oil to it, it's going to allow the temperature to get higher without the butter burning.
Perfect. Okay.
Just a couple knobs of butter in there. So we're going to start here with our sweet potato. Again, we lightly smoke these here just to get that flavor, but you can use liquid smoke. They now have a powdered smoke.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a hickory powdered smoke seasoning.
Now, were these just, were they like, did you bake them or did you boil them first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
Okay.
You can roast them, steam them, boil
Okay.
them first just to get them broken down just a little bit.
Gotcha,
They're,
okay.
they're not coming from raw.
Yeah. So not that crunchy.
Right.
All right.
So leave the sweet potatoes just sit on one side because that'll give this nice little caramelization on it. First, let those hang out. While those cook, sprinkle in some nice big chunks of brisket. Here I've got just a little minced shallot, minced garlic, and some parsley.
Okay.
I'm going to add that after the potatoes and everything, so that garlic and shallot.
Okay. So is that also part of the trick, is knowing what order to put things in so that they cook to the right consistency?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have our veg. In here, we have green pepper, celery, and onion. Again, that we smoked. And just a little corn. And here, I find it best just to use frozen corn on the bag.
Right. And I think we've all really kind of moved into our frozen vegetables lately.
Right.
Yeah.
Eggs are perfect. Another little trick, when you pull a poached egg out, have a cloth, anything that's not gonna leave little strings on it, do like a cloth like this, or a paper towel, kind of drain your eggs, let them sit. They're gonna tighten up a little bit more. All that extra water is gonna drain off, and then we'll take it out.
Everybody, he just said you can drain the egg. We got our fancy plate out. We have our hash.
But again, this is something so not fancy. I mean, you can take this and kind of turn it in whatever you want. Whatever leftover meat you had from dinner, whatever leftover vegetables you had, you can use regular potatoes, sweet potatoes. We take our egg here that's been drained.
Look at that.
Take that right on top.
Beautiful.
Hollandaise right over the top. And we like to finish that with just a little bit of Cajun seasoning for some kick.
Yes.
Some scallion. We got some brunch.
Yay! This is wonderful. That is perfect. Well, Justin, thank you so much for showing this to us. We want to remind everybody, how's the best way to support you?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, just supporting our community. I mean, all the restaurants. I mean, please come check out Hands Hog, but also all the restaurants that are hurting right now. If you want to support the restaurant industry, we have the North Stands. That is a nonprofit that started Chef David FEMA, just to support the outdoor hospitality workers right now. Everybody needs some help, so.
Right, I appreciate it. So everybody stay healthy, stay safe, go out there, support your restaurants, and I hope everybody enjoyed our fancy celebrity chef hash that we have. Justin, I adore you. Oh, my heart.
Thank you so much.
My name is Miller. I toast to AuSM because I love going to Camp Hand in Hand with my friends, going field trips with teens on the town, doing activities with comedy sports, and volunteering at the Guthrie and Children's Theaters. Cheers to AuSM.
Hi, my name is Dawn. I want to tell you something about the Autism Society of Minnesota and why I think the Toast to AuSM is an amazing thing. I cannot tell you what a difference this place has made in my life, in Jake's life, from going to camp to partaking in Eagle's Nest and in social skills, being a part of this organization and meeting the people that are involved in this organization, whether it's out of love for a loved one or whether it's out of the kindness of their heart or whether or not it's because that's who they are. They're the people that know this disorder and understand it, and their life is about helping other people. And I cannot tell you, words are just never going to be enough, okay, for me to thank them and to thank all the people we've met across the years in our life and the people I've been blessed to know.
Hey, my name's Phil. I've been with the AuSM family since 2013, starting as a camp counselor up at Camp Hand in Hand, one of the many programs that AuSM has. And one of the things I value about AuSM is that they just have a ton of cool community opportunities, ranging from overnight camps to just hanging out in the community, maybe going to a park, maybe seeing a concert, maybe hanging out, getting ice cream. So that's one of the things that I love about AuSM, and I think they're doing awesome stuff. Take care.
Hi, I'm Michael, and this is my brother Gianni. You're here to talk about what we like about AuSM. Please will let us raise money and see you this coming month. But most of all, that's what we love about AuSM.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you again to our community members who were kind enough to share those stories with us and those messages of what AuSM has done for them. And thanks to my good friend, Justin Sutherland, again from the Handsome Hog. It's good to have friends like Justin. And for everybody out there watching, you now know that if you thought you were bad at eggs before, you just didn't have them in the right vortex. Vortex your eggs, everyone. Lesson learned, courtesy of Toast AuSM. And I hope everybody is having as good a time as I am having. I'm so happy to be joining you. I hope you're enjoying your brunch at home experience there. I want to shout out for some of our friends that are out there. Thanks to Todd Schwartzberg, who commented in the Facebook chat. His comment was, congrats to AuSM and thank you all for all you've done and continue to do for our community. Todd, a long-time supporter of the Autism Society in Minnesota. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to Gene Bender and Jillian Nelson, who are hosting a Zoom brunch with AuSM's advocacy supporters. I want to say hey and a big shout out to Anna Bergstrom, Tana Johnson, and Simon Hoffer. Thank you so much for helping AuSM continue to forward its mission of enhancing the lives of individuals and families affected by autism spectrum disorder. We appreciate you all. And whatever part of our mission moves you, that's something you could think about. What part of our mission moves you? You can give in support of AuSM advocacy, education, support, collaboration, or community building. Now, every dollar donated to AuSM goes back into our community, building our camps, increasing our classes and our training, adding to the conferences that we put on, and providing mental health therapy, resources, and so much help for the people here in the Twin Cities that are affected by autism so that they are able to thrive. Now, you have the power to move us forward through the rest of this pandemic and beyond. So please donate. While we're here, I want to make sure that we say thank you to Erin of Edina. She came in with $100. Also, Anetta of Savage, we appreciate you as well for your $100 donations. The last time I checked in, we were at 88% of our goal for today's event. And I know we can get there because you are all so incredibly generous, and we appreciate you being part of this today. So please donate, donate, donate. Hit that button as you can. Now, our contributions will continue to fuel our work, but today they can also help you win prizes, remember? And sometimes you do things just for pride, but this time you got to do it for prizes as well. So we're going to do our next 3 prizes. So we're going to start with this coffee lovers basket, our coffee lovers basket. And just because I don't want them to not feel important, you get a drum roll, please. All right. My good friend, Gene Bender. Just so you know, I'm not cheating. That was written on there. Gene Bender, congratulations. You will be highly caffeinated. All right. The culinary treats basket. We'll do that one as well. Here we go. Sonia Emmerich, congratulations. You're going to get some amazing culinary treats in that basket. And finally, if you're a fan of games, here we go for our games basket going away right now. John and Mary Desautel, congratulations and thank you very much for supporting AuSM. You are helping this mission continue to go. And, you know, a lot of organizations have been having a difficult time, but we really appreciate everything that all of our supporters, all of our community members, everyone banding together to make sure that the Autism Society Minnesota has managed to make some difficult but also impactful changes throughout the pandemic and still be there for everybody in our community. So thank you very much. So congratulations to those winners. And then I want to remind you, you should stay tuned for our grand prize, which will be drawn after I get to share this next amazing story about Sammy Sweets. Now, from the time he was young, Sam was a very busy little person. Museums, zoos, parks, and malls were all fun, but these spots sometimes led to sensory overload, which is a common occurrence for people with autism that can hold them back for participating in our community. So Sam's mom, Sue, introduced Sam to baking, which offered a peaceful atmosphere and challenging tasks. Now, Sam was hooked. He smiles, hums, and talks to himself while preparing the many recipes that he has memorized. He is an amazing and creative human being. I'm so excited to share this story with you. And his passion for baking has turned into a family business. Here is his story.
Chocolate cupcakes.
Yes.
When he was younger, Sammy's parents noticed something was different and decided he should be evaluated. Sam was diagnosed with autism when he was very young. Since he was young, Sam has loved being busy. Museums, zoos, parks, and malls were all fun, but like many people with autism, these public places challenged him with sensory overload. Sam's mom, Sue, knew that it would be important for Sam to find other ways to keep busy, ways that wouldn't cause him frustration. Sue introduced Sam to baking, a peaceful atmosphere with a challenging task at hand. Sam was hooked, smiling, humming, and talking to himself while carrying out all of his memorized recipes. In 2006, 10-year-old Sam started going to AuSM's camp Hand in Hand, and he has been a regular ever since. Hand in Hand has been a safe place for Sam, a place where he can truly be himself without fear of judgment. Sam has tried new things, made new friends, and increased his confidence. As Sam continued to develop his love for baking, Sam and Sue began to bake for neighbors, friends, and family. Soon, neighbors, friends, and family were sending in requests for sweet treats left and right. Sammy's Sweets slowly took shape in 2010. Baker Sam graduated from Eden Prairie High School in 2014 and graduated from the Tassel Transition Program in June 2017. His favorite class was baking, of course. He also enjoyed spending free time swimming, putting together 300-piece puzzles, and watching Disney movies. The excitement of baking continues to fill Sam's heart, measuring the ingredients, cracking the eggs, finding the perfect consistency. Sam just has a natural knack for creating these sweet treats. Today, Sammy Sweets is a small business run out of his family's home in Eden Prairie. Sammy Sweets aims to provide empowering work for Sam while bringing together a community that makes the world better through high-quality sweets and experiences. Sammy Sweets specializes in mini cupcakes, cakes, and cookies. Baking allows Sam to be independent and to showcase his precision and passion. The small bakery team loves to bake for events of all kinds, including weddings, graduations, birthdays, and more. With his huge sweet tooth and love for chocolate cake, Sam's dream is to become an integral part of his community by opening up his own shop and hiring employees with intellectual disabilities. Sammy Sweets couldn't happen without the amazing support it receives from the community. To learn more and order, visit sammyssweetsmn.com. As one of our followers put in the chat, I deeply want a cupcake right now. So thank you very much to Sammy for sharing that story. We appreciate Sammy's family for taking time out of their busy schedule and providing that to us. And I hope everyone will make sure that they go out and they support Sammy's family and their business. It's a loving and inspiring story for all of us. So we definitely appreciate that. And I hope that you are smiling and humming and baking along and then doing that to whatever brings you joy, just like baking does for Sammy. I want to say thank you again to some of our sponsors that are out right now. Thank you for your $50 donation from Connor in Minneapolis. We appreciate you. Kay and L from Hopkins, you came in at $1,000. Thank you so much for all you do for the Autism Society of Minnesota. We also have a number of other donations that are coming in right now, so much closer to our goal. Thank you very much for everyone who is supporting us today. Remember, you can support us throughout this broadcast, but you can always go to www.ausm.org to sustain us throughout the year, past this broadcast and beyond. So we will always appreciate that. And now, I would like to announce the winner of our grand prize. Now, it is a Grandview Lodge staycation valued at $500. This $500 staycation to the Grandview Lodge. Let's see what I've got here. Warren Vala. Warren Vala, congratulations. We appreciate you so much. You have a lovely staycation at the Grandview Lodge, one of the favorite places I have here to spend time in Minnesota. We appreciate you. And before we move on, I want to say thank you to a number of people that helped make this broadcast today possible. So Kelly Tamala, Kelly Ulrich, Brittany, Zephyr James, all of the work that you do every day at the Autism Society in Minnesota is absolutely appreciated. And not only were you working on that, you also took time out of your busy schedules to make sure that we were able to do a toast to awesome today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart as one of your board members. I appreciate you. As we move on to the rest of the thank yous today, I want to say thank you also to John Robinson from Sunshine Consulting, my friend Justin Sutherland from Handsome Hog. Of course, thank you to Sammy and his family and all of you for supporting a toast to awesome this morning. Your generosity definitely makes a difference in the lives of those, and I'm sorry to get choked up, but it really makes a difference in the lives of those who participate in all of our programs and the lives of everyone who rely on Awesome's programs and their services to help them thrive. Now, I challenge you, please keep in touch with Awesome and continue to support Awesome with regular donations. The autism prevalence rate continues to increase, and the needs of our community continues to increase as well. Now, we are here to serve, to educate, to provide resources. We fulfill our mission because of your support. So, cheers to all of you for your generous support during a toast to awesome. Happy 50th anniversary to the Autism Society Minnesota. Here's to 50 more years of your support for the amazing Minnesota autism community. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you again very soon.